Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva Om, Shiva Hum, Hum. Welcome to another Satsang with your host Chuck the Yogi from the Yogi Cave. I've pretty much done everything this morning before 9 a.m. Went ahead and poured out a couple of bags of cement to the side of the garage to make sure the groundhog doesn't drill another hole there, to kind of ensure it doesn't completely ruin the garage, and cut some grass and threw some debris from the storm last night. So as we go along, haven't had my coffee yet, as you can see. Let's continue with the Vivekachudamani, shall we? Number 10. Sanyasya sarva karmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yat yatham panditayer dira airahma vyasa upastitaihi. May the wise and learned man give up all actions motivated by desires and start the practice of realization of the self, and thereby attain freedom from the bondage of birth and death. Chitasya shudaye karmana tu vastu palabdaye vastu siddhir vicharana na kinchit karma koti bihi. Actions help to purify the mind, but they do not by themselves contribute to the attainment of reality. The attainment of the real brought about only by self-inquiry, and not in the least by even 10 million acts. So right here, Shankara is saying, no, you need more than Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is good. It gives you some preliminaries to kind of cleanse and purify yourself, but in order to attain the highest realizations, you have to move into things such as self-inquiry, such as Ramakrishna. He would start the self-inquiry by telling potential students, whoever asked him, ask yourself, who am I? So that's self-inquiry right there. And as it said in ancient times in Rome and Greece, on the portico of the temple, it was no sati ipsum, know thyself. Samyak vicharataha siddha rajutatva vadarana branto dithamma hasar pabaya dukha vinashini. The fear and sorrow created by the delusory serpent and the rope can be ended only after fully ascertaining the truth of the rope through steady and balanced thinking. So he uses this simile quite a lot about confusing the rope and thinking it's a snake or something of that nature. And the idea is to be able to see things for what they are rather than what they're perceived to be. Altasya nishchayo drishto vicharana hito titaha na snanena na danena pranaya mashatena va. Neither sacred baths, nor any amount of charity, nor even hundreds of pranayamas can give us the knowledge about our own self. Self with capital S again. The firm experience of the nature of the self is seen to proceed from inquiry along the lines of the salutary advices of the wise. So he's just emphasizing actions are not enough. Adhikarina ma shaste palasidir visheshataha upaya desha kaladyaha santyasmin sahakarinaha. Ultimate success in spiritual endeavors depends chiefly upon the qualifications of the seeker. Auxiliary conveniences such as time and place all have a place indeed, but they are essentially secondary. So it's all on the student, isn't it? Even the guru, if the guru is flawed, if the student is superior, he can get a lot out of that guru. Think about that. Atavicharaha kartavyo jnyasoratma vastunaha samasadya daya sindhum gurum Brahma Vidutamam. Therefore, a true seeker of the self should proceed with his inquiry after duly approaching a master who is established in the experience of the self and who is an ocean of compassion. Medavi Purusho Vidvanu Ha Poha Vichakshanaha Adhikaryatma Vidyaya Muktala Kshana Lakshitaha. One who has a keen memory and can argue for the scriptures and refute arguments against them is fit for receiving Atma Vidya, or the knowledge of the self. And as I said before, Shankara was a supreme debater. I mean, he debated the best. Buddhists, the householders, I mean, he debated them all. And debate was taken very seriously back then. More in India than just about anywhere else, I would think. Vivekino viraktasya shama diguna shalinaha mumukshoreva hi brahma jijñasa yogyata mata. He alone is considered qualified to inquire after the supreme reality, who has discrimination, detachment, qualities of calmness, etc., and a burning desire for liberations, because you can have all those things. And if you don't have a burning desire for liberation, it's as if you didn't have anything. Sadhana yatra chatvari katitani manishi bihi yeshu satveva sanishta yada bhave na siddhyati. Great sages have spoken of the 4 qualifications for attainment, which, when present, succeed in the realization of Brahman, and the absence of which the goal is not attained, as I've said before. Adau nityani tya vastu vivekaha pariganyate ihamutra phala boga vira gastanan danantaram shama dishat kasam patir mumukshutva miti sputam. While enumerating the qualifications, first we count the ability to discriminate between the real and the unreal. Next comes a spirit of detachment from the enjoyment of the fruits of actions here and hereafter. After that is the groups of 6 virtues, beginning with calmness, and the last is undoubtedly an intense desire for liberation. So he's breaking everything down and understanding. So he just makes it very clear, what are the qualifications? And detachment is a really important one. So it doesn't mean that you don't engage in the world and do this, that, and the other. That's not it at all. You're detached from the results. That's the key right there. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mityet Yevam Rupo Vinishchayaha Soyam Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Samudha Hritaha. A firm conviction that Brahman alone is real and the phenomenal world is unreal is known as discrimination between the real and unreal. So again, we're talking about Advaita here. So there's non-duality between the real and unreal. Ultimately, there's only that which is real. But when you begin to perceive, you make this discrimination, right? I'm not going to get too deep into that one. Tadvairagyam yihasa ya darshana sharavanna dibihi dekhadi brahma paryante ya nitye bhogavastuni. The desire to give up all transient enjoyments gained through the seeing, hearing, etc., and also experiences gained through equipments ranging from mortal body to the form of Brahma is called detachment. So it doesn't matter whether you're an animal, a human being, or a god. Irrelevant, right? The important thing is to be detached from the actions and the consequences of those actions. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. That's a lot to swallow. As concise and precise as Shankara is, his detail is almost excruciating. And I feel like a little student, like a little boy, reading this perfect Sanskrit in my clumsy way. Yeah, but I know enough to admire something great when I see it. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva Om, Shiva Hum, Jai Ma, Jai Mahakal. Till next time.